Hello there, my name is Punit and I'm a member of the product management team here at Roadpost. Today I'd like to show you how you can create check-in schedules within GeoPro. As you can see on the screen right now, this is the landing page after initial sign-in. If I wanted to go and create a check-in schedule, I would have to click on the admin button here. This admin button requires a special administrative license, but it allows you to customize many aspects of the service. Now I'm presented with a list of all devices within my service. If I wanted to create a check-in schedule, I click on check-in schedule within the right-hand menu column here. A few overdues if there's required, any check-in schedules that have been allocated specific device IDs, and an ability to actually manually check in if you already understand the whereabouts or current status of that user or device. To create a check-in schedule, I scroll down to the bottom where I have a few options. I can refresh the list, edit these devices that are associated with specific check-in schedules, or manage the schedules. If we're going to go create a check-in schedule, let's click on Manage Schedules. I will be then presented with all active check-in schedules, and I can actually edit the buffer periods, the intervals, the type of check-in schedule, and actually the title as well. If I wanted to create a new check-in schedule, I just click on Add a Schedule, and I'm presented with this screen where I can actually define the name, can define the time zone. The buffer period is essentially the period from when a device enters a needed or required check-in to when it is considered overdue. In selected days, I can actually select when this check-in schedule is either kicked on or off. So I'm going to select Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as my days where this check-in schedule will be on. And I can actually select whether the check-ins are required on an interval basis or selected time. Intervals allow you to turn on check-in schedules and actually have a automated interval. So every hour on that day that I've defined, this user will have to check in, for example. Now if I were to create a selected times, it provides me a list of all times available, and I can actually select specific times of when I want this user to check in on those specific days. So I can say 9 and 5. I can select all times if needed, or clear all times if that makes more sense. If we go back to intervals, we can actually see when we want that interval to start. So I'm going to say 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. And this essentially says for the next 12 hours, or for that 12 hours allocated, this user is going to need to check in an hour every hour on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the schedule type is interval. So that essentially says that every interval is an hour long. If I click Add Check-in Schedule here, it will then populate into my current list of check-in schedules. And then I can go back to devices and start allocating this check-in schedule to specific users. And now you're presented with a friendly list of all your devices, the friendly names and the device IDs, as well as the check-in schedules that are currently allocated to that device. If I wanted to allocate a specific check-in schedule, I click on the drop-down and I click on the Test Selected Times Check-in, and I click Save. Once I do that, that device that I've now changed and now it's currently complying with that specific check-in schedule will have to send messages both there to the portal and back for that device to be compliant with this check-in schedule. And now we look into the portal and you can actually see this device is now associated with this check-in schedule. And it's enabled, nothing's overdue, and the last contact period was 1:30. So if the administrator understands this user, understands the status of the user, they can manually check in within the portal. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reference any of the other videos that we've created around the service, and I hope this was helpful. Thanks again, and have a great day.